Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever with me, Murphy. We are, let me just pause this. We are sat with 10 million in the bank at the moment, and I'm thinking that I'd like to spend that on expanding our routes and optimizing what we currently have. So I've been looking around the map, and I'm thinking that maybe I'd like to bring in this machine factory into this circuit here, which would mean I'd need to get the ore and the coal up to this iron smelting works or steel mill to then bring the steel back down to here. I'd also need to get oil from here down this route to here and then all the way across to there to then bring it back to plastics to then get the machines back over here. And then also I would need to put possibly a way of getting rid of the slag over into this manufacturing system that's already working there, so it'll use up the machine, the construction material without us having to worry too much about it. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking that that might be an option. I'm also thinking that we've got what have we got? We have got, oh yes, we've got this system here. So we've got no fuel working its way through this route here. So I'm thinking that maybe we could get something sorted out so that these guys drop off in Omar, or Ongar. Is it Ongar? Yeah, it's Ongar. Drop off here, and then these connections here will then handle the fuel. So I'm wondering whether that might be a good option. And I don't know how much I can actually get done is the other thing. What else was I thinking? I'm sure there was something else I was thinking of. No, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. I think that was the main one that I was thinking, and then that one's secondary. Okay, so what I think I'll do, we've got 10 million in the bank. Let's just get ourselves to the end of the year. And what I'll go and do is I'll go and put things in place so that I can actually do all this within this financial year. So let's just make sure I pause this right on the nose. There we go. So we've got 11 million there. Yeah, so we've had a £2 million loss this year. 66 total income with 41.4 running costs. So we should have got 20 plus million profit there net. But we spent 28 million on new vehicles, and I think I've still got some new vehicles that I need to upgrade as well, which is not good. And also I think it's next year we get new buses, so we're going to have to upgrade those quite quickly as well. So what I'll do, I'm going to do this off camera because it'll take a while to do, but don't go away, I'll see you in a moment. Okay guys, we're back. I have just spent absolute fortune. Let me have a look how much it is. 3.2 million on construction. Yeah, it feels a lot more than that because it took an absolute age to go through. Also I've bought a load of vehicles as well, haven't I? So where are they? New vehicles. Yeah, we're up to 36 million this year on new vehicles. Wow. So what have I actually done? Right, okay, so we know we had over in this depot here we had tried to ship more items, okay, and we've got on there oil, okay. So what I've decided to do was nothing here at the moment, but there will be. I have done some massive roadworks, so we now have a network. So if we go up here, so we've got iron ore that's going to be picked up to here to take into there. Let's see, make sure I've got this set up correctly. I want to make sure that my iron and my slag are on the same line. Yes, they are, perfect. Because they're going to be just dropping off or picking up and running. And there'll always be slag there because I'll always keep it a slightly lower. Do you know what? No, actually, do you know what? I'm going to just yeah, I'm going to do this. Let's do that, and let's build in another one a correct size because the 3 wouldn't have actually gone there, which is why I had to just delete it. And I spotted my mistake earlier, and I was like, can I get away with it? No, I can't. So let's put that there. Let's put the slag on. We want 2. Yeah, and then we should have coal on 1. Want you on 1. There we go. Okay. So the coal will be dropping off and picking up. The ore will just be dropping and running. And then we'll have the slag that will be delivered all the way across down here, round over this hill, across this nicely cut out section of land into this depot here. Now I've put a depot there instead of a bus stop because I'm thinking, if possible, I'd like to get the construction materials to be delivered back. That means that won't be so costly on expenses to drive all the way empty. And we have got on here the coal. Let's pull up this one up. So the coal will be picking up, and should also be picking up any steel that's available, and whatever construction materials that are there, they will come all the way back down to here and drop off in here. And then we'll have in here a steel tools transfer. So this route will be picking up anything here, whether it's tools or construction materials, dropping it off here, and then picking up anything that's there and dropping it off over here. And have I got this set up correctly? I double check before I carry on. So we've got that one on a different line, and we've got that one. Yeah, they're all on separate platforms, which is the main thing. Okay, so that'll then drop off any machines or any tools or any construction materials into this section here, and that should work really well. The other thing then, I have got a line here which is the oil plastics route. So they're going to pick up oil in that the train station there, go all the way over here to drop off the oil to turn into plastics, to then bring all the way back over here to drop off at the annex, and it'll pick up anything that's here, then take it all the way back over there. So once it's all up and running, we should be able to be making a nice little tidy profit from it. So let's close those down. What else have I put in? So we have oops, go to the right places. I put in there we go, that's what I put in. So here we have got our construction routes. So at the moment we've got stone being picked up at the quarry here, being transported over to here, then returned all the way back as construction materials to this spot here, where they can just drop off back here. And then I have got in here, I've got 3 little routes that will then take the construction material out into the neighbouring towns, and that should start working its way through eventually. Yeah, so it's a case of see how it goes. What else did I do? I put that fuel route in that I was talking about. So here we've got this connection route. So he'll pick up the oil over here, drop off here, pick up anything that's there, and then we're going to stop on this bus stop here, so it doesn't actually go into this depot and doesn't get delayed going in here. So we can drop off and run, and that's outside of the tram routes, or sorry, the bus routes should I say. I haven't got trams there yet. So that's the 3rd route, and I think that was it. That's what I did. I tell you what, it feels like I've done a lot more, but I've connected. What it is I've connected up all these towns, etc., to try and generate as much materials to transfer through, which is what I was trying to get at. Now I've left myself with 2.8 million in the bank to start the game into 1954, because we will be getting a new bus, which is the, oh dear, let me get my notes out, can't remember the bus. It is the Mercedes-Benz O, which is from 1660, from 1954 to 2000. So this has a capacity of 15 and a top speed of 65 kilometers, compared to the bus we're currently running, which has got a 50 kilometer speed limit. So what we need to start doing straight away is to try and get as many profitable routes onto the new bus as soon as possible, so that they become more profitable, but at the same time keep an eye on all our other trucks and other routes. So also during my testing, I'm afraid I did get the achievement of Transport Shark, which was to get 100 million. Now that was debt free, and that was one of the achievements. Unfortunately, because it was off camera, it will not come back up again, and that was because I just didn't let I forgot to keep an eye on my money to stop it going over, and it just happened. So apologies on that, but we have achieved that, and we will achieve it later in the game, because the next one is to get $1 billion in hard, so that will be hopefully more achievable or more enjoyable when I reach that point. Right, so shall we let this game start playing? So there we go, there's our Mercedes-Benz. So we're going to start picking up our routes. We've got 2 million. No, we have got no money. We've got absolutely no money. Right, okay, so we've also got this diesel train, which is going to be the go-to train for myself. However, in testing, I kind of was very interesting in the sense that, oh, hang on, I want this train here to just flip back, actually. Where is he? Where is he? Where's the train on here? So he's heading down with oil. I want to make sure that I flip him around quickly, because I kind of want to make sure that it triggers the oil as early as possible. Yeah, so I found that within all my testing, I was actually shocked that this train here, even though it goes slower, generates more income than running that diesel, which I was very, very surprised about. So what I think I have done, or I will do, is actually reduce the length of this train so it can fit into the platforms. Probably modify this one a bit as well to allow it to faster load, because I don't know exact details of how quickly it will load, but if it is, I'm going to stop this before it gets all that fuel on. Alright, just sending it back a bit. Kind of wasn't the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to get a bit more on there, but let's send him back, because we should start triggering the this oil to come through, I hope. Okay, so he's going to get, so that's all on. Let's send him back. That's what I wanted to do, is send him back part. So by the time he gets back over to the terminal there and heads back this way, we should start seeing some oil there, so that should be fine. Right, okay, what am I doing? We've got 9 million in the bank. I'm letting this go by. Okay, so let's look at our most profitable routes, and we are going to be 65 seconds. Wow. Let's go and upgrade each of these. I'm going to do it immediately, because it will be a case of the profit per mile will be worthwhile. I mean, what we're looking at this, so if we go to vehicles on here, okay, this is a minus at the moment, but it's primarily because of the actual frequency is not where it should be. So if we go to finances and then look at our vehicles, so this is giving a ticket price of 723. Now we go to replacement, 723, boom, and let's wait for that to come back. It will actually be, thinking about it, have I got the note of how much it will be? No, I haven't. Not yet. Need to make a note of that. So we'll get each of these routes done and replace, boom. I won't get through that many, because it doesn't go very far when you're spending absolute millions on replacing vehicles when they are not necessarily needing replacement yet. But it's a case of it's worthwhile. And I think this might be the last one I can do for the time being. 1.7. Ooh, can I squeeze another one in? I think I can. And we get beginning of the month as well, which is even better. There we go. Which means we can get some of those buses in place, and hopefully we'll have a nice little wad of money becoming available sooner rather than later. Right, there we go. We've got oil, so we could send the train back. This is what I wanted to do. Come here, click on the train, return. Go and pick up that oil, because as soon as you can actually start getting some of that oil over, it will actually trigger these trucks here when they actually arrive. Look at that, perfect timing or what. So these vehicles are on let's go to vehicles unlimited, which is good. And let's just, so we've got 17 there. Let's jump back over there. So as long as you pick up some oil, you've got some oil, which is great. Right, so you've got all the oil you can take. Perfect. So at least we'll get one of those vehicles en route, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's close that down. Close that down. Right, okay, have we got many of these routes that have fully changed it over? Not yet. See, now we're making profit here as well, because it's also a lot because it's 40 mile an hour, whereas these guys are, go to replacements. So these guys do 31 mile an hour, and these do excuse me, 40 mile an hour. So that will make things a lot more profitable, because the quicker they get delivery done, the quicker we can actually get our goods or another load sorted out. Right, I'm actually going to close this down for a moment. We're coming up to August. I kind of just want to see where we're at with these routes. So these obviously haven't started doing anything yet, and so we should have coal down here. So there's just sat waiting. What have we actually shipped so far? Oh, okay. Product 66. So why haven't you? Costs. Very strange. Okay, do we have? Okay, so we've got slack over here. We've got steel. So we have shipped materials over here. And okay, that's good. What about over here? What's going on over here? Have we got any demand appeared? Not yet. Okay, that's good. Alright, so here's our first truck going back empty. He's okay, they're supposed to be on unlimited waiting times, so why have you left empty? I don't know. Alright, so it looks like things are slowly building up. Again, it's not going to be a very profitable line to start with. Details. So that, yeah, they've not had any oil yet because I've not set it. What about our oil over here? Where is it? It's there. So we've got vehicles waiting. We've got 66 production. That will jump up quickly. Have we got any oil worked its way to here yet? Nope, not yet. And we've got loads of vehicles sat here waiting. So you're off. No, you have not. Oh goodness me! You've just. Right. Are you on unlimited? No, you're not. So that's fine. Yeah, you are unlimited. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's going to cost us a lot more than I expected for a short term. We don't need to worry about getting more vehicles on those routes yet. So let's spend a bit more money. Let's play. And let's get some more vehicles onto the buses. So 1.6, thank you. And you can go. 1.4, perfect. Now this is very time consuming, as you can well imagine. Let's just actually replace now. Okay, how many routes have I got left? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15 routes to do. So let's close this down and let's just have them lined up. Yeah, we won't do them in any specific order, we'll just have them all lined up. We'll do one, close it, do another, close it, so we are to see constantly how many vehicles we need to replace. We're getting very close to the end of the year, so let's keep playing that actually. So we're not going to make as much money as I'd hope, I don't think. Keep that going a bit quicker. Okay, so the first fuel is being delivered in, or should I say oil. Oops, come on, autosave. There we go, and we should see, yeah, we saw it, there he goes, oil going in. So he's got, and he's on his way, excellent, perfect. So we've got 7 million. Let's do this one. Replacements. Replace now. Yes. Replacements. 1.4. Yes. Okay. Let's play a bit longer. So that will now start bringing a lot more fuel over to us, which will be very appreciated. 1.8. Let's wait till the end of October before it goes into a new month. Here we go. Let's do a few more. That one, replace. Perfect. Get this one out of the way. 1.4, yes. So it looks like we can get 2 routes done now at the moment per month. He says, after going into 3 million into debt. Now we've also had the new carriages. That was the other thing I was testing actually with these trains, was the loading time for the other carriages, to see whether it was actually more beneficial. Now look at that, we're not out of debt yet. That's ridiculous. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 different routes left. Right, okay, we've gone into another year in debt again. Income, yes, we've dropped our income by 6 million. Ooh, that's a lot actually. We spent 20 million on new cars or vehicles throughout that year. We've maintained the actual running costs, or increased it obviously because the new vehicles are more expensive, because it's a road where we've actually increased that cost. And that is purely the buses, so that's 2 million more on there. And income, we've only had $500,000 more, but I'm sure over time that will even itself out. So where are we now? We're up to 5 million. Let's pause this towards the end of January again, just so we've got as much money in the bank as possible. And stop. So 6 million. Let's get that replaced. Okay, and replace now. Go. And replace. I would love to be able to replace every single vehicle more centrally, so instead of to have an option so that you could actually say, right, okay, all these vehicle types, no matter where they are, they get replaced. Well, as long as you've got the money for it, of course. That would make so much the job of doing this so much easier. Right, okay, so what else have we got? Let's go and have a look at what's going on with these lines while we're building up our money. So the coal, 92, so we just need to keep that going, and then we can actually get in 5 months time we should be able to increase that, which would be good. We're up to 2 million, so that would be another 1. Let's stop this at 31st of March. There we go, so we got just short of 3 million. Replace now, yes. It's a lot easier seeing it like this. Excellent, yes. We can play again. Yeah, it's a lot easier having all the vehicle routes here that we want to upgrade. It's a lot easier to visualize. So the coal we're doing okay. Ore is doing well. Right, so it looks like we could do with some more slag collections. We've got 28 slag there. So let's put on a couple of vehicles onto that route. So we're down here and we want, let's see, 28. So 1, 2, 3. Set to. Let's make sure I actually named it something I can easily find. Yeah, slag to construction. There we go. So we've got 1 million left. Let those guys go off to do their job. Be good. So that should work. Do we have any construction materials? Oh, look at that. We do actually have some construction materials working their way onto there, which is even better. Okay, so we've got 5 million. Let's just pause this again. There we go. 7 million. Let's replace these vehicles. Replace now, yes. And this route. Okay, we might be able to get another 2 done actually. Replace now. 1. If I can do them all and do the last one, that would be absolute brilliance. Yes, I think I can. And boom. Excellent. So that should be all our bus routes now. Now we're looking at the actual cost per mile previously, and we were looking at a $723 per kilometre. We have now got 861. That's a good price. So let's make a note of that. 861. Perfect. Alright, so that means we should be making things a lot more profitable and also a lot quicker. I mean, that was about 130, I think it was, seconds. So it's improved the frequency rate. I suppose we could probably do with putting a few more buses on that route to improve that, because we really want to have it around the 60-second mark to be very profitable. But everything it's below 100 is actually, I think that's the only one that's below 100, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So maybe what we should just do, let's find that route. Okay, close that down. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, let's find you. So you're that route there. Wow, okay, so maybe we could actually either shorten it, so taking it through the hill or round the hill, or just buy a few more vehicles. I mean, how many people have we got sat there? And this is the Ackle to Rugby, so we've got 13 people there. And is that a bus picking those up? No, that's the other route, and you're the other route. Okay, there we go, 15. Alright, so actually, do you know what? There doesn't seem to be that much demand. Maybe that's the issue. Have I... Yeah, this can also be a big problem, is if the bus stop is not actually capturing everything. We've got all these houses over here, that if we had the route to pick those up. Do you know what? I think I'm going to leave this for the time being, I think. Let me just have a look at this station over here. 60, yeah, only one wanting to go the other direction. Everybody wants to go to Gravesend. So do you know what? I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's close that down. Let's leave him down here. Right, okay, so we've upgraded all our buses. We have, let's have a look at our trains, because we've now got that new diesel. And also we will have the new carriages. So I'm wondering, so if we look at this train route here, so this oil transfer, let's have a look at replacements. So if we look at, oh, we don't have it anymore. Okay. We've got loading speed of 3. Okay. And 2 for the older stuff. So that, if that can speed up the loading process, then we should be a lot quicker turnaround. We should ship more product. So we've got plenty of oil there. We've got plenty of product over there. So where's our train? Where are you? So you're delivering oil in. Okay. So maybe what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for replacements, and I'm going to say, right, okay, we're going to stick with this train because I was absolutely gobsmacked that the value for this train opposed to this that can carry more was so significantly different. Also, I could put 2 of these trains on, and would then only then just start to get a bit faster, getting to the speed of this one. So we'll add that, and then we're going to have 20. Let's get these details up. We want 20 carriages instead of 40. That should be 300. Hang on, what am I doing? I want 20, not 20 there to 30. So that train should now be worth over 20 million, because it's 20 million on the actual carriages alone. So let's move that forward a bit. So we need some cash coming in. Alright, so replace now. No chance, doesn't like it. So we could really do with having a, I think you have to have the full value of the train there, because this train is currently worth 14 million, and until I get a suitable amount in, yeah, I need to have, yeah, because it's going to be, yeah, it's rather expensive. Alright, I'm going to keep an eye on that. Let's just leave this train to the side. Also, we will, if the loading speed is quicker for the oil, it would be prudent to change other trains as well. Although saying that, it would be interesting to see what the actual loading speed is for these in comparison. Because if we put more fuel on a train, then theoretically having a better tanker will improve the load time. Right, okay, so can I, oops, can I replace now? Yes, 10 million, excellent. There we go. Perfect. Let's pause you for a moment. So you've got 200 fuel to get on and 100 plus bread. So let's see how quickly you do it. Bearing in mind we've already got 40 bread on there. Okay, and bread's on. Okay, so that could make a massive difference to that route. So let's look at replacement vehicles, because this isn't that old. And let's go to our line, and we want to replacements. We're going to go for the same train again, because I don't think we're going to get another train that's faster for a while. That's worth changing it to. Let's have a look. So at the moment that is the fastest we've got at 75 mile an hour, which is 120 kilometers. We get 1 in 58 that's slower. We get 1 in 1960 that is 20 kilometers faster, so that might then be comparison to that train. What's that one actually? If that is, that's 125 kilometers, so this one, yeah, so it's actually going to be faster than that one, which will be good. And then we have 70s, we have another faster train, 200 kilometers per hour, which would be brilliant for the actual main. Yeah, I think that'll be the one we then use, 200-mile-an-hour train from 1970s. So we've got 15 years to go. So until then, we're going to stick with our current setup, which is this electric train. So I want to have 15. I think 1, 2, 3. Hang on, let's go on to here so I can actually see it. 15. I want of food. Let's knock those off. And then I want 10 of those. So that's 150 food, fuel, and 120 food. And then that should stay within the well, it should be there or thereabouts within the platforms. So that is going to give me, I've got, yeah, I'll reduce down the carriages that we've got there. Let's have a see, how much does it want? 6 million. Yeah, let's change it. And then also we can look at changing this other routes train as well. That's the one I want. Where are you? So you're 7 years old and you're coming in, so let's change you over. Replacements, so again we want the 4x4 and then we want 15 food. Let's get the other details. Right, so 15 food. Oops, I'm going to take one off. And 10. So, yeah, 10. Okay, so that's 300. Right, okay. Right, replace now. Okay, perfect. What are you whinging about? There, you're whinging about the oil again. That's just typical. So watch this one go in. And changed over, and yeah, he's only just protruding, which isn't too much of a problem. Good job, he just doesn't want to go this direction. Maybe if I had 14 food. Yeah. Alright, so you're now taking 150 and 120. We've still got loads of goods here, haven't we? We've got 300 food. We've got more fuel we could do with. So do you know what I think I might do is actually bring in another train. We've got 600 fuel there. We've got 300 coming in. This is a 20-odd million pound train, so to build another one of those. Okay, so he's just changed over. Interesting to see how quickly this does. I'm hoping that the crude oil will be loaded before the food, so this is a fresh run. So the food is going to be loaded at 2 times and the oil is going to be loaded at 3 times. So interesting. Didn't take a full load of fuel. And also interesting, it wasn't as quick as I thought it should be. The food, no, of course the food has got 15 carriages, so each of those carriages is going to load at 2 speed, whereas I've only got 10 tankers on there at loading at 3 speed. So that, yeah, that's right. Okay, let's we want 20 million, isn't it, for this new train? So let's get this one up and running. So I need a bit more money to come in. Once we've got more fuel here, we can then look at getting another train onto this route as well. because I think that will be very beneficial. Let's just speed this up a bit. 16 million. Actually, do you know what? What's going on with these guys? So we upgraded the Hawkeye Express. So we had a nice 1.1 million profit last year, but not as good as 1953, which is when the second year I think of actually having them, where we brought in 1.8 million. Okay, right, 4 years old. I mean, when are we going to get another train that's going to replace those? I think 65 is when we get another train that is specifically for passengers without having a train and carriages, and that is quite a lot quicker compared to what we're currently running, which is top speed of 90 kilometers, or what the actual detail is. So 90 kilometers is 56 miles per hour, and this other train is 125 kilometers per hour, so that will work out at probably about 70-ish mile an hour, so that'll be good. Okay, so we'll have to wait for a while for that. So maybe, do we need more? Goodness me. No, we want, that's what we want. 200 passengers. Over 100. 100 plus. Oops, go on, let's get the platform. Useful. 100. Okay, maybe we actually need to put another passenger train on here now. Let's have a think. If we are putting on the other routes, we are getting what we're getting on this one per mile. So that 6-speed vehicles, that's 1,000 or 1.67 thousand per mile, and these guys are giving us 2.05. Okay. Do you know what I'm thinking? Maybe it's just a case of, until we get something a lot quicker, let's just try and move more passengers. So let's look at replacements. Just to keep things simple, let's add an extra carriage on. How many's on that? There's only 14. Let's go to 6. There we go. Double the actual capacity, and let's see what that does. That's going to be 16 million. Okay, I'm sure it'll pay off, he says, famous last words. Now I can't afford to buy another train. That's just typical. But we should start dealing with all this passenger build up, which is kind of important. So there we go. We're going to jump double the speed or side of the train. He's only got 26, that's just typical. He's only got 27. What? Why didn't you pick up vehicles? 3-minute waiting time. So why didn't you actually pick up more passengers? That should have cleared this out. Okay, so you're now picking up a full load, and you've got a full load. Right, okay, let's keep an eye on those two, because that should make a big difference. Because, yeah, I'm disappointed that the first train didn't actually take a full load. Very disappointed. So how many have we got? We've got another half a train each, easily. So the first one going in, 350, 170. Full load, relatively full load. Okay, well, we're going to let that run its course and see what that does for us. Oh, look at the size of that building. Wow. 46. you know what? I've not played this game and got much further than I think in 1980ish, because my old computer just really could not handle it. So I've played a lot of it early game, but not end game. Right, 21 million. Let's buy ourselves a new train and let's get some more fuel moved. So there we go. Let's get a bit more money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. Now I don't know how long it is. Right, let's just move these down. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I want 2 more. 19, 20, excellent. Right, let's get this on route. And we want it onto here. Go. Ooh, 17,000 before it even leaves the station. Okay. So how many we got there? We've got 700 fuel there. But we haven't got that much fuel here, which is interesting. But look at that, we've got tools and we've got machines coming through. Perfect. That one's actually goes straight into the station this time. So what's the difference between those two? You've got 300. You've got 300. Okay, we should be okay with these 2 trains. We shouldn't have any issues at the other side. Okay. Perfect. So, okay, he's gone in as well. Okay, that's perfect. Right. Alright, so he's on his way. Let's just make sure there's no issues whatsoever. Yeah. We've got the stop sign over here. Where is he? Actually. Yeah. Why have I got a stop on that side? Why have I got you there? You can come out. And then we'll put another signal a little bit further back here to say that he's out. So we should now have, how much fuel have we got here? Let's change this now as well. So we're actually waiting for a full vehicle, I think. Yeah, that's what I want. 1 minute. Let's do unlimited, because we want to make sure that we are not wasting our time. And we want full load any. So if it gets a full load of fuel and it's sat with a part tanker of oil, it will go from the fuel, so it won't hold back, which is what we want. 19 million. Alright, so this food train now, how are we doing on food? We've got shed loads of food here, which is great. So 300 on that route. And I just love the fact that we've got machine parts coming through. Do we need to get, actually, do you know what, do we need to get more vehicles onto these routes? So we've got oil here. Okay. Why have we got oil there? Maybe they've just picked up oil because, don't know actually. Look at all that steel. Our construction materials. Right, okay, let's we've got charts. Okay, we could do with shipping more coal. Alright, the slag is working. We've got some construction materials there. Right, so if I get if I put, so how many have we got here? We've got, oops, that's what I want. We've got 100. So if I put 10 on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should clear it. And it's the coal steel. I don't want coal steel. It is not that one either. It is steel tools transfer. Alright, so that should then improve what goes through there. What have we got down here? Plastics, we've got nearly a full one. That's good. Okay, that's good. Excellent. So that is working. Let's go and have a look at our other fuel one actually. Oh my goodness, how many construction materials have we got down here? Loads for these routes. I suppose I could do with getting another train onto each of those routes. What's the profit on these? Details. Okay, well actually it's got the... Right, okay, do you know what I'll do? It's not... It can take another 7 carriages on there, so let's do that first. Go to replacements and let's get a couple more on there. 7. Place now, yeah, 8 million, thank you. And where's our other train? That's what we want, replacements. Let's look at that one and add a couple more. Oops. What have I done? No, I haven't. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Place now, yes. Okay, so that'll start taking more materials out. We've not got anything for this other route back, which is a bit of a surprise. We've got 200 stone with it, it's good. We've got 130 in there, that's good. Right, we were going to look at the fuel, weren't we? So this fuel route here, production, that is not bad production. We've got a bit of fuel here, that's good. Oil, should I say. What about in here? Okay, so fuel is in there. We're not actually selling it all to this town, which is good, which means it should be working its way out from here. So we should have it going onto this route. That's good. So taking it to there, and we've got fuel in there. Where's that going? That's going to... is that going back on itself? Okay, so it's got fuel here for... That's ridiculous. It shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't be shipping fuel back on itself. Right, okay. But it is starting to work its way through. So, do we have everything sorted here? Fuel is sat in. We've got 70 stored, which is good. Why do we have a huge... Oh my life! Wow. That's a heavy congestion there, isn't it? Can we do anything on this road? Let's go to a... See, these things go slightly faster. Let's go to a 6-lane highway. And let's see what we can upgrade. Okay, so that can be upgraded. Might as well, if this is our... there we go. It's just a lot of traffic. Okay, so you can do 2 then if you're not happy with it. Okay. Just not happy with construction. Okay, so we've got a load of food and bread here, which is good. That's still working. What's the route doing? Finances. Okay, so we're making loads of profit this year, and we haven't made that much profit the previous year. Okay, alright, so maybe getting that road sorted out like so will actually have a massive impact on things. Let's have a look. Can I do anything in the town as well, thinking about it? So maybe that's a medium 4-lane large street. Out, hopefully taking out any buildings. Yeah, excellent. Wherever my wagons are that I can see. Ooh, that's going to take out some vehicles. Okay. About that's going to take out. Oops. I don't want that. There, thank you very much. Right over around here. Do you know, I could spend ages trying to master that. So let's just start playing. See how things pan out. Okay. So we've got our fuel, we've got our food and grain. So they're bringing back food. And there's the next train that we've got, but it's lower than the current one. So we're not going to be going for that one. That's only yeah, 90 kilometers an hour, whereas what we're currently using is a bit quicker. So come on, you should. There we go. At least they've gone into the second lane. How can they make them money if they are too busy transporting stuff through towns? At least that's why I kind of put the fuel into this route here, so it dropped off away from everything else. If I'd actually put it into here, it wanted it to take it through this route here, which would have then had more congestion, whereas at least going off in the side street it should improve things. What's the speed of these roads actually? Let me just pause this actually. So the speed of this road there, do you know, we're going to have to upgrade these, because this will be kind of important on our bus routes. It's not going to cost us a mega fortune, but we will be able to get faster routes in place, which is what we kind of need. Okay, so that's connected. What about that's already up to a decent quantity. What vehicles are those? So you're doing that route, because you can go 37 mile an hour. So we haven't really got the road that can cope with you going faster once we can change you. Okay, alright, that's going to be a big job off camera. I'm not going to do it now, because we could really do with upgrading each of these roads between the towns. Yeah, it's going to cost me, but I think it will be more beneficial in the long run. Right, I think what we'll do at this point is I think we'll leave it there for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like what you've seen, hit that subscribe, and next time hopefully we'll have a lot more income coming in from other routes. Actually, let's have a look. January, what did we do last year? Income 86 million. What's our running cost? 50. So we've made 30 million. Wow. Okay, so if we didn't spend anything in 2 years, 2 to 3 years, we could probably have 100 million, which would be the sharp achievement, but I've already got that one now. But I'm thinking maybe what we should try and start looking at is, now we've got this additional production into here, is to see whether we can optimize that a bit further by getting more trains taking out both these routes, because as soon as we get more trains on these routes and utilizing and using up all these materials and get those delivered, it will then continue to generate more work for everything. So what have we got in here? Wow, we've got loads on there. So maybe we could do again. Do you know what? I think I'm going to have to go through each of these and put a few extra trucks on it. So I'll do that again off camera. So until then, that's Murphy out.